The military bands are for the first time celebrating Independence Day by displaying their performances across the country during the fortnight beginning 1st of August 2020. The performances are intended as gestures of gratitude and appreciation of the nation towards the Corona warriors who have been steadfastly fighting to stop the spread of the virus in the country even at the risk of their lives. The bands of Army, Navy and Police have performed at Porbandar, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Raipur, Amritsar, Guwahati, Allahabad and Kolkata so far. The military bands and police bands have performed in the afternoon of 5th of August 2020 at Vishakhapatnam, Nagpur and Gwalior. Eastern Naval Command organized a live performance of the Navy band as a tribute to the Corona warriors at Bojanakonda Heritage Site in Shankaram, Vishakhapatnam on 5th of August 2020. To get in detail with this particular most important and detailed information and various other considerable crucial important inputs, let us begin with the defense updates of the 6th and 7th of August 2020, that is of yesterday's and today's. So today we will cover 2 days most important defense updates. So always completely stay tuned with us, and as I always introduced you before beginning with the question of the day, that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. We are one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for various defense examinations. I always highly recommend you to download our Android app from Google Play Store so that you can have each and every defense related information and all sorts of important informative content in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I have asked on 5th of August 2020, and the question was, what is India-Israel Defense Pact? So that I have to explain to you in a detailed way that India-Israel Defense Pact is not a single pact. This is a combination of various agreements since time to time. Okay, so what are those important agreements? There were 4 important main agreements regarding the defense deals that we have done with Israel. Israel is India's second largest defense supply provider after Russia. So that also we have to remember. And those important ones include, the first one include the Spice 2000 bombs, and then include the Barak 8 MRSAM missile kits, and the next one include the Harop suicide drones and the light machine guns. Okay, so to get in detail that about the Spice 2000 bombs, amid escalating tensions with China, Government of India is planning to procure more Spice 2000 bombs. These will be an addition to the ones acquired last year, and these bombs were used in the Balakot air strikes in Pakistan. Barak 8 MRSAM missile kits can be said are very important ones. Israel's state-owned company Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and India's Kalyani Rafael Advanced Systems, both of them have signed a deal for around $100 million. Under this, 1,000 Barak MRSAM missile kits will be manufactured for Army and Air Force of our country, and this deal is signed under PM Modi's Make in India initiative. Also, to get in detail that about the Harop suicide drones, our government has planned to procure 15 of these drones last year from Israel, and these will enhance the Air Force's warfare capabilities. Going on with the light machine guns, our government has signed around 800 crore rupees deal with Israeli Weapons Industries IWI to procure 16,479 Negev 7.62 by 51 mm light machine guns, which are gas operated, for our Indian armed forces. Indian ambassador to Israel is Sanjeev Kumar Shingla, and Israeli ambassador to India is Ron Malka. Okay, these are those most important ones that we have to consider and remember regarding the India-Israel Defense Pact. Even if you consider talking regarding the India-Israel deals regarding the India-Israel relations, 90% of them include the defense relations. Only a very few of them include the agricultural and other important irrigational relations. Okay, so beginning with the first and foremost important defense update is that the Chief of Army Staff has visited the Gajraj Corps. It is a military field formation of Indian Army which was created in the year of 1961. So General M.M. Narawane has visited this corps of Eastern Command and reviewed the operational preparedness and prevailing security situation. He exhorted all ranks to keep working with same zeal and enthusiasm. It is very, very important and crucial for us to secure our eastern borders in this particular time regarding the Chinese aggression in those areas. Going on with the next important update is that Lieutenant General R.P. Singh, he is the Army Commander of the Western Command. He visited Vajra Corps. Vajra Corps we are listening since many days. So 11th Corps is also known as the Vajra Corps. Okay, so Army Commander, he is Lieutenant General R.P. Singh, has visited all the formations and units of Vajra Corps and he reviewed the operational preparedness, exhorted all ranks to keep working with same zeal and enthusiasm. Regarding 11th Corps, it was raised to take command of all the formations of Punjab as India recognized post-1947 army to meet the threats of the ongoing Pakistani side. Okay, Going on with the next important defense update is that about the celebration of 74th Independence Day will be marked by musical performances of the bands from Army, Navy and Air Force, and all of these bands are intended to appreciate all the corona warriors who are fighting the coronavirus all across the country, which include the essential commodities people, the police, the medical people and all of them. Okay. So this is for the first time in our country we are celebrating this particular sort of different Independence Day. So this is for the first time we are celebrating this. And what will happen? Various all other important bands, the military bands, police bands, all of them will perform at various areas by marking the independence of our country and by honoring all the important corona warriors, and this has started during the fortnight beginning 1st of August 2020. So this is the timetable that we have acquired from various sites. So this is a generic one. The detailed one also, if once we find, we will provide it to you as soon as fast as possible. So it was from 1st of August to the 4th of August. Various bands of Army, Navy and the police have performed at Porbandar, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Raipur, Amritsar, Guwahati, Allahabad and Kolkata. On 5th of August 2020, Eastern Naval Command performed in Visakhapatnam, and similarly on the same date, various military and police bands have performed at Visakhapatnam, Nagpur and Gwalior. On 7th of August, military bands have performed in Srinagar and Kolkata. Then on 8th of August, Tri-Services Band has performed in Red Fort in New Delhi. It is going to perform, and on the same day, various military and police bands will perform in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Shimla and Almora. On 9th of August 2020, Tri-Services Band will perform at Rajpath in New Delhi. Along with it, military and police bands will perform various locations at Chennai, Nasirabad, Andaman Nicobar Command Flag Point and Dundee. Then coming up on 12th of August 2020, Tri-Services Band will perform at India Gate in New Delhi. Military and police bands will perform at various locations including Impal, Bhopal and Jhansi. Final performance of all of these series, various other most important bands will perform on 13th of August 2020 at various locations including Lucknow, Faizabad, Shillong, Madurai and Champaran. So these are the details regarding the celebration of 74th Independence Day, which is marked by the musical performances of the bands. Going on with the next important defense update is about the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology wins first prize in Smart India Hackathon 2020. DIIT student team, they named themselves as Age of Ultron. So this comprised of 6 members under the guidance of Dr. Sunita Dhawale. They have won the first prize of rupees 1 lakh for solving problem statement MS331, which is a category of software which is posed by the Madhya Pradesh government. This team provided a solution titled Drishti for the face expression. What is this? This is a face expression and gesture recognition using artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is a logo of DIIT and they have won the first prize in the Smart India Hackathon. Regarding what is actually a Smart India Hackathon, I am sure that you people have already acquainted regarding this in the current affairs section, but I am reiterating it here for a more detailed way. This is a 26-hour non-stop digital product by building competition, and it was a national level competition for software edition which is organized jointly by Ministry of Human Resource Development and All India Council for Technical Education AICTE. So this is organized jointly by the Ministry of Human Resource Development and AICTE, which is held during 1st to the 3rd of August 2020 at Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so it is held at Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology in Uttar Pradesh. Going on with the next important defense update is that Lockheed is going to supply low frequency sonars for Danish and Indian MH-60R Seahawk helicopters under $181.74 million contract modification from Naval Air Systems Command of the United States, which is announced on 4th of August. Around 24 sonar systems will be provided to India and 7 ALFS will be provided to Denmark in addition to 8 ALFS for US Navy into MH-60R Seahawk aircraft. As said by the US Department of Defense today, India is going to buy all of these 24 helicopters under a $2.1 billion deal confirmed by the country in February this year. Okay. Going on in detail regarding this one about what is actually the details regarding this sonar. This is also known as the AN-AQS-22 Airborne Low Frequency Sonar or ALFS, which is a primary undersea warfare USW sensor of this particular MH-60R multi-mission helicopter. Okay. Now this sonar is integrated dipping sonar. This system enables our helicopter to accomplish the anti-submarine warfare missions of the submarine detection, submarine tracking, localization, and classification. So this sonar also performs missions relating to acoustic interception, underwater communications, and environmental data acquisition. Going on with the next important update regarding this particular one is a very important one. This is regarding the Pakistan. Pakistan hints at rival Islamic bloc of OIC which does not meet on Kashmir. So why is this a very important one for us to know and consider? This is a very important one. So Pakistan's foreign minister, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, has warned on Wednesday to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and he said to OIC that it did not convene a meeting of its Council of Foreign Ministers on Jammu and Kashmir. Then the Islamabad would call a separate meeting of Muslim nations. So what did it warn the OIC? The Pakistan's foreign minister is telling to OIC that if in case the OIC did not convene any foreign ministers meeting regarding the Jammu and Kashmir issue, then it will call all the separate Muslim nation relationships, what all it has, a separate meeting will be called out. This clearly mentions what are the intentions of the Pakistan behind Jammu and Kashmir. If it had a very justification regarding this particular one, then it will always try to make this particular issue. Pakistan always has a matter to internationalize the Jammu and Kashmir issue, and now since it has got an opportunity to talk with the OIC regarding this one, it is not internationalizing it. It is always kind of converging it to a very particular small group. And Saudi Arabia is a very friendly country to our nation. Saudi Arabia is considered to be one of the most influential members of OIC. Regarding the complete Organization of Islamic Cooperation, you have to remember that Saudi Arabia is called as a very big brother of all of the countries in the OIC. So it has been reluctant to support Pakistan's call for a meeting of OIC foreign ministers regarding the Jammu and Kashmir issue, because Saudi Arabia still thinks that Jammu and Kashmir is a very, very internal issue which is pertaining to our country, that is India. Okay. Also, to get in detail regarding this one, that we have to understand that in June of this particular year, that a contact group of OIC discussed the Kashmir issue, leading the criticism from India, which asserted the grouping had no local standing on matters strictly internal to the country. On March of 2019, that means 1 year back, what happened was Qureshi boycotted a meeting of OIC foreign ministers after India's then External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj was a guest of honor at the organization summit in Abu Dhabi. Understanding? So in 2019, OIC foreign ministers meeting was held at Abu Dhabi. Okay. So in this particular meeting, our ex-foreign affairs minister Shri Sushma Swaraj ji, may her soul rest in peace, she is not with us. So she was at that time invited as a guest of honor in OIC meeting. At that time, Pakistan has boycotted the meeting. Now, when our country is trying to interact with them regarding all of these issues, they are trying to not interact with us, and this clearly shows what are the intentions of the Pakistan behind the Kashmir issue. Going on with the next important update is that US is looking to ramp up arms sales to India, including heavy lifting drones, says the report. And what is this particular report? This report is provided by the Pentagon officials at the United States Department of Defense. So that country is looking to ramp up all the arms sales that are related to India, especially the 1,000 pounds of bombs and missiles and all of the new push drones that are going to come to our country. So this is a kind of new push which comes following violent clashes in June between Indian and Chinese troops in Ladakh. To get in detail regarding this one, that President Donald Trump has officially amended the rules that restrict the sale of military grade drones to foreign partners like India. So he has amended all of the rules that are coming from our side. So adding to this particular one, that prominent among them being the recent announcement by the Trump administration changing its interception of missile technology control regime. Okay, it is MTCR. Simultaneously, a legislative move has been made to bring India at par with North Atlantic Treaty Organization allies when it comes to the sale of arms by the United States. Also, we have to understand that India was the first non-treaty partner to be offered a missile technology control regime category 1 unmanned aerial system, the Sea Guardian UAS, which is manufactured by General Atomics. So this is a very, very important point that you have to remember. So our country is the first non-treaty partner to be offered this particular MTCR category 1 Sea Guardian unmanned aerial system, which is manufactured by General Atomics. US is advocating for Lockheed Martin's F-21 and Boeing's FA-18 Super Hornets and F-15 Eagles as a part of India's future fighter aircraft acquisitions. Now, what are happening? Our country and US is moving defense further relations. So, if we see the past regarding this particular ones in 2015, US has authorized India over $3 billion in defense articles via direct commercial sales processes, which licenses the export of defense equipment, services, related technologies manufacturing, which controlled under 21 categories of US munitions list or USML. Okay. In 2016, that means 1 year later, US designated India as major defense partner. Coming up in the year of 2018, India was elevated to a strategic trade authorization tier 1 status. Now, if you are a part of this particular strategic trade authorization tier 1 status, any country which is coming under the STA tier 1 status, this will allow that particular country to receive a license-free access to a wide range of military and dual-use technologies regulated by the Department of Commerce of the United States of America. Okay. That is it with this particular most important defense updates discussed all up to now. Going on with a quick review by going through some of the most important questions for today. And the first and foremost question is, 4 Corps of Indian Army is also known as the Gajraj Corps. This is how Gajraj Corps logo looks upon. Going on with the next important question is, 11 Corps has its nickname as Vajra Corps. Mention in the comment section which particular corps is known as Chetak Corps and which corps are actually nicknamed as Konark Corps. The Smart India Hackathon 2020 was a national level competition for software edition organized jointly by the Ministry of Human Resource Development and which particular most important organization, and that is All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. Next important question is, the Smart India Hackathon 2020 was held during 1st to the 3rd of August 2020. Smart India Hackathon 2020 was held at which particular institute? It was held at Noida Institute of Technology and Institute of Engineering and Technology at Greater Noida. The next important question is, which country was the first non-treaty partner to be offered a missile technology control regime category 1 unmanned aerial system, the Sea Guardian UAS, manufactured by General Atomics, and that country is our own country, which is India. And the final question is, in which year the US designated India as a major defense partner? It was in the year of 2016 that US designated our country as a major defense partner. We will have one more question now. Another question is, in 2018, India was elevated to which particular status that allows our country, that allows it to receive license-free access to wide range of military and dual-use technologies regulated by the Department of Commerce of United States, and the correct answer for this is the Strategic Trade Authorization Tier 1 status. I repeat, it is the Strategic Trade Authorization Tier 1 status. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which Indian Army Corps headquarters is located at Bathinda? I repeat the question, which Indian Army Corps headquarters is located at Bathinda? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to our channel, download our app from Google Play Store, and please continue studying all for the examinations, including the CDS AFCAT. If in case you are preparing for those examinations, download our app from the Google Play Store and start up with your preparation. That is it with this particular session. I will meet you in the next session. Until then, work hard. Jai Hind.